Good afternoon, ladies and gents. So I've stumbled on another little use for the dot sight that's got nothing to do with photography, but this is to do with finding your subject when you first put the camera on the tripod and try and get it in the frame of your telephoto lens quickly. So what am I talking about? Last week, some stone chats showed up at Cross Ness. They show up certain times of year, hunt from the bushes, perch at the top, leap up, catch flies, land back down. Good for flight shots, good for filming on the tripod, handheld if it's a little bit windy. But you can't really use this handheld, and you'll understand why once I talk about it a bit more. Now, we've all been there. You lift your telephoto lens up, you try to find the bird. Because it's a telephoto lens, it only sees a very, very small frame. And to get that frame on the little bird quickly before it flies can sometimes take several seconds for you to find it in the first place. If you have a zoom like I do, the one option is to zoom all the way back, find it, hold it steady and zoom in until you get the bird in the frame. But if you're a prime user, you're kind of stuffed. Now, this particular occurrence last week was noticeable because instead of going up to the top, it came down in front of the bush, which meant it was disguised within the bush, but it was on the outside. I could see where it was. So it was extra difficult for me to find that bird in the frame. So I lifted the camera up, and as usual, this sort of thing happened. I thought I'm looking at it, I'm pointing the camera, it's in the frame, is it not? No, it's that, that's not it. I'm moving around, I'm getting angry, frustrated, I'm trying to line my hand up. It's got to be there, surely. I'm looking right at it. Why can't my camera see it? And by that point, the bird is gone. And as you'll be aware, I like to try and get most of my footage now on the tripod. So the camera was on the tripod, I was pointing in the direction of the bird, and it was still having trouble. And I was looking and looking, and then my eye swept past my dot sight by chance. Now, what's my dot sight doing on? I've got to the point now where it never leaves my camera. When I first started using it, it was in the way. I thought I could get it out for specific purposes, like swifts. It was set up for a particular subject. Then as I was going out with it packed in my bag, it was happening too often that a bird would go up or something. I was like, funny I had my dot sight on. That was happening way too often. Now it lives on my camera. It just never comes off, simply. Even when I store it at home, it's on there. So anyway, back to the filming. My eye swept past and I saw the green dot and I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't even have to look in the viewfinder to at least get the lens on the bird. I can just get it on the green dot of the dot sight, roughly, and then I can look in the viewfinder with it in the frame and micro adjust using the three-way gear tripod head I was sent, which never leaves my tripod. As a result, I got about 10 to 15 seconds of this stone chat, very, very sharp. It was a very busy background. I had to quickly get it on the bird, make sure it was focused on the eye, and then flick the autofocus off because it would have started hunting back and forth with all that busy background. But it just opened up a whole new world of possibilities for getting the camera on the bird very, very quickly. As I don't have any birds to give you an example, what I'm going to do is pick a few examples to point the camera at and show you how quickly I can get it on the subject. Firstly, without even looking through the viewfinder, using the dot sight, and then using the three-way gear tripod head to get it on to the subject and put it right in the center of the frame. So what I film, I'll start filming and you'll see it in real time as I overlay it. The magic of editing. Okay, let's undo the safety strap. Now what I will do first, okay, there's a corner window over there. You'll know because by the time I film this, because there are several corner windows, it's small enough and distant enough. So I get my camera on the right area. Can do this quite quickly. I'll start recording now. So is it recording? So you can see it all in real time. And I'll just do the quick micro adjustment. Oh, sorry, I nearly looked in there. Right, okay, right, okay, lock it in there. Okay, it's roughly on the window. And then, okay, it's a little bit slanted, so we need to straighten the horizon, then go up, over a bit, down. There, see? Not too bad, a little bit of fiddling there. I haven't had to adjust the horizon for a while, so I forgot where the dial was. But look at that, that's the corner window I was looking for. Okay, is it still recording? Okay, let's keep it there for a second. And I was looking at that as the sign over there. Actually, there's a triangle in the distance on a sign. That's quite small. I'll try that. Okay, only using the dot sight this time, Justin. Right, okay, and right, it's on there. Oh, it's down a bit, but anyway, we'll get it up. You have to refocus there, right? There's the triangle. Oh, it's the Iron Mountain triangle, okay. Yeah, and then I have to straighten the horizon. which is left, right, yep, yep, yep. Up, down a bit, up a bit. It's a little bit overexposed because of the sun, but that's pretty much in the center, see? And that's really, really distant. So it shows you how brilliant the dot sight is, not just for birds appearing out of nowhere, but to getting your camera on the bird as quick as possible, because you might only have a few seconds and you want that nice steady footage. So you have to admit, that's a blinding secondary use for it, for video of all things. I've seen people use them for video when they're down low, a pond or something, and the bird does stand out from the background and they can follow the bird with the dot sight. So it's just a little thing. I've only just discovered it. If I've just discovered it, some other people might not know to use it for video especially, but this is all the more reason to get a dot sight for the video. Brilliant. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that and you use it yourself as a little trick.